Hi friends, MD Vegan. I have a new, warming, nutritious and filling main today. A cauliflower rice on the one hand, on the other side is a avocado pea dish. In one dish, both cauliflower rice and avocado peas, both classics in my kitchen. And I show you in a moment how to make cauliflower rice and how to combine with the avocado and peas. But first I make my mayonnaise. The dressing is always the clue, or oftentimes the clue for a new recipe. I have a combination. I already use a classic avocado rice, cauliflower rice for example, a classic, and then I add a new dressing to make a new dish of it. Yeah. Today I make a chili mayonnaise. I made that before in another dish, and I show you quickly how to make the chili mayonnaise. I have a handful of avocados here, and a smaller amount, that's important, not too much, avocado. It's a half small avocado. Yeah. And I need to have a little bit of avocado because it is fluffier. It gets to the mayonnaise texture. Yeah. But not too much avocado, because when you have too much, the texture gets a little bit strange. Yeah. Not really, cloudy a little bit. No more fluffy, light, but cloudy, not so nice, not so even. So I take a little bit of avocado, but only a little bit. And also, only a little bit for this mixture, for your mayonnaise, I have a quarter lemon only. This is a quarter of a lemon. You see, I peeled it. Not more. The mayonnaise doesn't like too much lemon in my taste. Yeah, not too much. But the rest of the ingredients are normal. Salt, not too much either. It's a small teaspoon of salt. And I have also cayenne pepper. It's a chili mayonnaise. You can also take chili powder. Cayenne pepper, yeah. Either way, I would say they're almost similar. They're pretty similar. And then here, for mayonnaise, very special, that is typical also for mayonnaise, is an onion powder. That's a lot, a teaspoon, it's a lot. And a small amount only of garlic powder. That's only a small amount also, because garlic powder can be very powerful, can change the whole flavor very strongly. So I just need a little bit garlic powder and a large amount of onion powder. And put all these in. So salt and chili pepper, onion, garlic powder, and a little bit of lemon. And then I'm cashews and avocado a little bit. So water, of course. I begin with a cup or so to begin the blending, and I make the dressing ahead of time before I make the others, because I want to do a second blending that is makes it my creamier. So blender dance. Just to start it, I break the ingredients down. The hardest ingredient, so that is here the cashews, mainly. And now they can soak a little bit. In the meantime, I can taste it. Do I need more water, spices, whatever? Let's see. Yeah, the texture is nice. Maybe it needs a little bit more runnier, more water to be runnier, but let's taste it. Ah, the flavor is wonderful. I like it. I taste the onion powder, the garlic. If you don't have onion powder and garlic powder, it's sometimes not so easy to get. You can take the smallest amount of onion, really not too much, because when you blend an onion, a fresh onion, it gets very aggressive in the dressing. But you want to have the onion flavor, you take a tiniest amount of onion. I recommend, makes a big difference. And then the garlic, you can take garlic, just fresh garlic, doesn't really matter. You can blend that. Of course, not too much. Maybe a little clove or so. That's okay. I like the garlic powder and the onion powder because you have these flavors, these oniony flavors, without the sharpness. You have fresh is so sharper. But that's okay if you have a fresh only. But the onion, only a small amount. When you have really very small amount, you try before you take more for the oniony flavor, because can be tough when you blending fresh onion is very tough. So I let it sit for a moment, and now I go to my cauliflower rice. Here I have some florets taken from the raw cauliflower head. Here, this is the floret. It's a cauliflower. Yeah. The smaller florets here, even there are smaller ones inside. But I take some of the stems. I take. Yeah. And what I also take is the tiniest, the freshest, the most tender leaves from the cauliflower head. I also take some. There are not many anyway. Yeah. Here, the second one, and I have a third one also. Oops, very tender. There goes my second one, doesn't matter. Yeah, so I just want to show you you can eat them also, but they don't taste that much. But once these leaves are still so tender, so tiny, they make it a little bit more nicer, the rice texture, I would say, a little bit more variety. The rice also is soft when you cook it, regular rice. And of course the cauliflower, when you put them into rice, they are hard. And the leaves, I have the feeling, just a small amount, gives a little bit more the illusion of softness, but yeah, the flavor is not really important here. So what I put in is here these florets, and a small amount of raw cauliflower goes a long way. That's really amazing, because I think, when I cook cauliflower, I love cauliflower in any version, but you cook it, you can eat a huge amount. Yeah, and that's no problem. But when you have it raw, I feel satisfied with just the smallest amount, like this. You have 5 florets or so. I'm full, and it's so much more nutritious and so much filling than cooked cauliflower. So that's the one thing I like about raw cauliflower a lot. And then there is the other thing with the sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is the compound that is in all the cruciferous family, like broccoli. There are many others. They're very healthy and they're sharp. And the sulforaphane is that strong compound that is cancer fighting. And it builds only when it's raw. And the cauliflower is on the open air for some time, cutting broccoli. It builds after 40 minutes or so. And when you cook it then, after 40 minutes on the open air, sulforaphane is already there. But when you cook it right away, like you buy, for example, you purchase blanched cauliflower, blanched frozen broccoli, there is no more sulforaphane in there. Yeah, because once you blanch it, before the sulforaphane is built, no more sulforaphane. But when you wait, sulforaphane still builds. You can have a trick to cook cauliflower in a way, or broccoli, that keeps the sulforaphane. And if you don't have it, you put some mustard powder over it. There is also sulforaphane. Mustard is also from the cruciferous, and the mustard powder also has the sulforaphane. And if you cook the cauliflower or the broccoli ahead of time, you put afterwards the mustard powder, and you still have the health benefits. It's a great cancer fighter, and so that is just a little background story for these cruciferous, and why cauliflower is such a great food also. So blender dance, just a second. And very fast with the S blade. This is I forgot to show you. That is the S blade. Yeah, here with the food processor for the S blade. Then you can make this cauliflower rice very easily. See, and but if you don't have a food processor, you can also take a grater. Very fast. You can make your own rice without a processor. Of course, it's not perfectly the same, but recently a friend on Facebook told me, or personally told me, that she always used the grater, and that is a great tool, she said. She has no food processor, and yeah, that's wonderful. I just want to hint, you can also do that. If you don't have a processor, just grate the cauliflower, that's all. Yeah, that's a large amount for just a little bit of cauliflower. Then you have this rice, and on its own it tastes a little bit sharp, yeah. But if you add a little bit of olive oil and salt, it's already done. But I take now this special combo of young peas and an avocado here. This is a perfect combo for many dishes I use. Now I add it to the cauliflower rice. Here just a large cup of young peas. They have been thawed or frozen before. And this is an avocado. I cut it into bite-sized pieces and I combine it. This is a wonderful thing. Protein here and fat adds a wonderful nutrition and a nice flavor and textures to this rice dish. And on top, I put a chili pepper, red chili pepper, seeded and chopped into small pieces. I put that on top. That's all I need, together with the mayonnaise. I keep some of the chili peppers here to decoration. I do that on top of my plate to make it nicer. You already see these beautiful colors. Aren't these beautiful? Red, green, and white. I think it's a nice color here. Harmony. And I will now go back to my mayonnaise. The cashews now must have soaked. I'll just check shortly the texture. I said I might maybe have to use some more water. Maybe not. That depends. I will blend one more time to get the creamy texture I want, because the cashews have now soaked a little bit. Now a second blending makes such a big difference. And it's so easy to do. You just wait a minute or two, and then you have such a nice effect. Blender dance once again. Let's see. Yeah, I would say it's okay. I mean, shouldn't be too heavy, the dressing for the cauliflower rice. It doesn't fit. The cauliflower rice has to have a lighter dressing, in my taste. But so that's why I always wonder, is the dressing now too thick or so, especially with the cauliflower rice? Tastes wonderful. I'll show you. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay as is. I mean, the dressing. Let me show you. Here. You see it's runny. It's a little bit creamy. You know, like a salad mayonnaise. They are a little bit more runny than another regular mayonnaise. Take it out all. And I will find out in a moment when I toss it if it's all right. So, tossing it to see if I have enough dressing, if it's too thick or whatever. Looks good. Yeah. You know, when the dressing is too thick, the cauliflower rice is building lumps, sticks together, and doesn't really light anymore. You know, the fluffiness there. Then there's something wrong. But it looks kind of quite well here. Looks good here. Yeah, looks good. Let me see. I will taste it. I will try I try a piece, a little spoonful. Easy to combine. That's good. So now, surprise moment. Let's see. Nice. Good. Amazing. They're beautiful. Very nice flavor. There's this sharp flavor from the cayenne and from the cauliflower. Now they're part of the seasoning both. Cauliflower is not in the foreground. Oh, that's sharp, I don't like. No, now there's a little bit hot flavor. Yeah, that's playing with the chili of the cauliflower, the cayenne and the chili peppers and the cauliflower. They all are hot. And together, it's no longer about all of the sharp cauliflower. No, it's a nice seasoning now. That's what I can achieve if I combine the ingredients right. One ingredient is a little bit sharp by itself. Combine it with others, it's perfectly right. Yeah, that's all. Cooking is all about food combining the ingredients. Yeah. to make something more than the parts. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe at MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter.